Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Ask FPT, the weekly show where you, the community, ask questions and I do the answering of them. The series is actually not new. We've done some form of Ask FPT throughout the years. We used to just answer one Ask FPT question every episode of Front Page Tech, and then we were like, nah. And months ago, we tried this as its own series, its own weekly show, and it was cool, but I was editing it. And then I eventually didn't care. It's not that I didn't care about the audience or the questions. It was just that I made it way too hard. It didn't have to be that hard. Brian, of course, was editing the daily Front Page Tech episode. So on the weekends, I figured I would do Ask FPT, that show. But it took me like 7 hours to edit the whole thing. And I went crazy with After Effects and motion graphics and all that stuff. It doesn't need any of that. So I want to bring the series back, but I want it to just be simple and casual. Just me every week sitting down and talking with you. And so I figured I will record this. I don't know what it's going to end up looking like, and I'll just give it to Brian, and he can make it make sense and hopefully do a better job than I would. So, thank you, Brian. All right, so question numero uno. Number one comes from Game Tech. Who are you? You're verified. Why are you verified? Hang on. You have like 2,000 subscribers. Why are you verified? What happened here? Why are you, but not me? All right, I'm not salty or anything. To answer your question, Game Tech, you verified son of a bitch. Why don't we have any sponsors? We do. We just took a break for like a week or two without any sponsors in the show. A lot of people have been asking about this, but we're starting next week. We'll have sponsors. We're booked for literally like, I think 2 months, maybe 3 months. I don't know. We're booked for a long time. Okay, so the next question is from, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that word is. I don't know what that means. But he says, what would hypothetically make you switch to the iPhone software? So a lot of people don't know this, but I was a hardcore iPhone user for years and years and years. I never switched to Android because I saw Android and was like, whoa, that looks way better, or, whoa, I like this feature. It was never about features for me. It was about reliability. And it got to a point where I was frustrated enough with iOS that I left. I remember I just bought my brother a Nexus 6, and I had an iPhone 6S at the time, I think. And one time I couldn't get iMessage to open, and I had already had enough of iOS, and it had pissed me off to the point where I said, Chris, my brother, give me your phone. And I literally took my SIM card out of my phone, gave him my shitty iPhone, and then put my SIM in the Nexus, and I never looked back. I've had Android since then. So it's never been about Apple's hardware. They just fucked up iOS so bad that I left. It started with iOS 7, and then year after year after year, they never addressed the bugs or the glitches. So year after every software iteration, the issues just sort of built up. So I'm really glad that this year with iOS 12, they've taken a step back because they needed to take a whole year to just work this stuff out and make it work, make it reliable, make it optimized. And who knows, maybe that's all I need. I think there's a 90% chance I buy an iPhone this year. Next one is from Animesh, and he says, doing great work, love your show, keep growing. Thank you. My question is how to find the niche when we start our channel, and what is your most important tip to grow on the platform? Waiting to be answered. ... As far as the whole niche thing goes, what are you interested in? That's what's most important, because if you're not actually creating stuff that you want to make or that you would want to watch, then you're going to lose interest. And no matter how big your channel gets, if you eventually don't care, you're going to stop making stuff. So you got to narrow down your interests for sure. I know a lot of people are like, it's okay to have a variety channel. Put whatever you want on your channel. Do whatever you want. And that's true. That's a real positive way to live life. But you know what? It also doesn't work. When people stumble upon your stuff, right, and they like it, and they subscribe for more of that thing, and then you upload more of not that thing, it's not going to work out. It's just not. That's part of why our channel does so well. Like in terms of engagement and views, we're up there with the big channels. And that's because people subscribe for Front Page Tech, the daily show. And that's also what we deliver on every single day. They get Front Page Tech every single day, so they watch every single day. Most important tip to grow on the platform, upload more videos, be more consistent. Go daily if you can. It's like, I want a bigger paycheck at work. How many days did you show up? From Michael Brown, of the two companies, Apple and Google, what are your likes and dislikes? Okay, so this is a good question. Really, the best parts about Apple and Google are also their downfall. So Apple is a very vertical company, like their business model is very vertical, whereas Google's is very horizontal. That's where that whole walled garden thing comes in with Apple. Like they need to be in control of absolutely everything, and that's really great. That makes for a really good, optimized experience most of the time because they have full control over it. But that also means they don't budge on a lot of things that I would love to have. And Google, being a horizontal business model, they don't give a right? They need to be in as many places as they can and cover as much ground as they can. And because of that, they don't care, right? Like that's why we see them like go heavy into a new platform that they're building, a new service, and then they just don't support it a year after. They just give up. Ultimately, in terms of what Google does, they don't really care, right, about one specific product. They just want as many people using Google services as possible. That's part of the reason they made Google Fiber, right? They started rolling out Google Fiber, not because they wanted you to buy into Google Fiber. They just wanted to scare the market. They wanted other ISPs to get scared and then also start offering fiber internet to compete. That way, more people get faster access to Google products. That's just how it is, and it works. From my stuttering life question, I started my channel, and now that Instagram TV, IGTV, has come out, is there a way to monetize with IGTV? Yeah, of course. So right now, Instagram doesn't have like a native way for you to monetize your content. Like it doesn't have pre-roll ads or anything. But still, you're in control, and it's just like with any other social media platform ever. If you have the numbers, you can just monetize in your own way, whether it be like, selling merchandise or brand deals. Like you can work with brands directly. I mean, that's what we do. Yes, we get ad revenue every month, but we also work with brands directly and integrate them directly into our show. That's our thing. We are in control of that. Google can't touch that. From Jack, is it Jern or Jern? Jern or Jurn? I need to know who's giving me the correct information. Jack, it's Jern. Jern. From Adam, John, what phone are you using? Did I saw a Sony? Yes, Adam, you did saw a Sony. From CDM Vlogs, do you agree that the end of YouTube is near? So many YouTubers are switching to Twitch, and YouTube has been making, let's say, interesting choices. Look at the whole subfeed thing. No. There is no direct competitor, no direct threat to YouTube. Twitch is off doing its own thing, and that's really, really cool. I love Twitch. But there's never going to be a day where it's just Twitch and no YouTube. And even if there was a platform that came out of nowhere that was really good and really competitive and was a threat to YouTube, and people did start to leave YouTube for that platform, then when people left YouTube for the platform, the problems that YouTube has would go with the people to that platform. That's what I think a lot of people don't understand. They just think, the company needs to come out and do things better, and then it'll all be fixed, and we don't need YouTube anymore. But that's not how it works. When that platform gets successful, all the same people that are on YouTube, the creators and the same audience, will all go to that platform, and the same advertisers that YouTube has will go to that platform, and will still have all the same problems. From the texter 123, why don't you have 1 million subscribers? I fucking know. Jesus hates me. From Glenn O'Donnell, are you dating Taylor of Tech? Yeah. No, I actually was on the Taylor of Tech podcast like an earlier day this week, someday. I don't know. The days are just, it's all mixing together. Like, what mixes together? Like poop. I don't remember what day it was, but it was like an hour and a half. And it was great. And then after the show, he and I were on like a private video call for maybe 3-4 hours. I don't know how long. It was very long. Either way, I like Drew. He's cool. I think you could call us buds now. Still going to make fun of him though. From Trusted Texan, what up, my dude, fellow YouTuber? He says, what did you want to be growing up? Did you always want to be a YouTuber / internet personality? Dude, when I was growing up, there wasn't a YouTube. It wasn't a thing yet. When I was growing up, though, I wanted to be one of two things. Walker, Texas Ranger would have been a good option, or Xena Warrior Princess. I would have taken either of those, really. Just, in fact, now, if I was presented with the opportunity, I would be either of those things. From SS Tech, why does YouTube has this dislike button in the comments, but it don't do anything? I'm only answering this because it got 12 likes. Literally 12 people also wanted to know the answer to this question. Because the number's already there. The number's next to the like button, right? So when you hit the dislike button, just like everywhere else that has a dislike button, that number just goes down. The number that's by the likes, it goes down. And that's how numbers work. From Fuse Gamer, how much time do you spend on your videos, and do you research before making your videos? Edit. Now, looking at it right now, it's obvious that you research, but I would just ask. I mean, of course I research. I'm always connected throughout the day. I'm always looking at the tech news that's coming through. And there's also usually more than 3 tech news stories throughout the day. I just pick 3 that I care about even mentioning. So in Front Page Tech, we talk about 3 stories that I care about, sort of, sometimes. I don't know, like on a good day, it takes maybe 30 minutes to record, and on a bad day, it takes more than that. And I send it off to Brian, and that dude is fucking crazy. Sometimes it's done in like an hour and a half, maybe less, when in terms of editing. I think there's witchcraft and cocaine involved in that. I don't know how he gets it done so fast, but he does. So all in all, like the actual production process of Front Page Tech, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours out of a day. The rest of the day is spent on emails and just awful things. From MOBA, how much YouTube is paying you exactly every month? Or approximately? I want to start my YouTube channel to get extra money. fucking give up now, dude. If that's the reason that you want to start YouTube, you're not going to get anywhere. You'll never get anywhere, and just stop. Don't even think about it. Okay, so I think that is all the questions for this week. Thank you if you did submit any questions. There were literally hundreds of questions to go through. If I missed your question or you want to ask something else, go ahead. Leave it down in the comment section below, but make sure to use the hashtag AskFPT. That way it's easy for me to differentiate between like actual questions and the normal comments. And let me know, is this cool? Do you want me to keep doing this series every weekend? Let's say like every Saturday. I think it'll just be cool after like a really heavy production week to just sit down in front of a camera on the computer and just answer some questions real casual. Like it's like we're out to dinner on our first date every week. Okay. I'll see you sometime.